Face masks, two stressed out Russian doctors struggling in this country's coronavirus pandemic. We haven't got enough protection gear, the one on the right complains on social media. Now he says Russian police are accusing him of spreading fake news. The other doctor says he's tested positive for coronavirus, but was forced to work anyway. Now he's fighting for his life after falling mysteriously from a hospital window. This was him, Alexander Shulapov, shortly before his unexpected plunge, with a video statement completely retracting his allegations of mistreatment. I was just overwhelmed with emotion, he explains, and scared of my condition. But of course, I was taken off shift and didn't treat any other patients. Now he's dealing with severe head injuries and can say no more. But he's not the only Russian doctor recently silenced by a suspicious window fall. In fact, he's the third. Earlier this month, the acting head of this hospital in Siberia died after plunging out of a window during a meeting with health officials. Local television reported she opposed plans to convert her hospital into a coronavirus facility, citing lack of protective gear, and asked a colleague what happened. It's all very strange, he says. She was a kind woman. Maybe with all this coronavirus, they pressured her with requirements, he suggests. Do this, do that.
A lot of hospitals...
One Russian doctor who knows about the current pressure is Anastasia Vasileva, head of a doctors' union, who's become an outspoken critic of Russia's coronavirus response, accusing the Kremlin of underplaying the pandemic. This is her being manhandled and arrested last month, trying to deliver protective equipment. She says the strange case of the 3 Russian doctors in suspicious window falls, including another last month who worked at the main cosmonaut training centre, is more about psychological stress on frontline staff than any sinister plot to silence critics.
No, I don't think that somebody is targeting doctors. No, the destruction of healthcare system, and of course, this means that it's very difficult to treat in such conditions a lot of patients with coronavirus.
We've seen the strain on Russian medical staff already, like these workers with coronavirus symptoms in southern Russia crammed into a laundry cupboard with no space on the wards. Elsewhere, complaints abound of shifts lasting days or 10-hour waits in ambulances to admit patients. Russia may not be murdering its doctors, but the pressures of its pandemic could be what's really killing them. Well, tonight we're seeing absolutely no sign of that pandemic in Russia slowing down. In fact, it seems to be expanding at one of the fastest paces of any country in the world. More than 10,000 new cases identified in the past 24 hours alone.